Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And he takes this from inside and he coughs it up inside the 20. Grabbed by the kicking team.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
He'll keep it himself. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Tackled immediately after the catch. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to...
Breaks into the open. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The sure hands, it's Jordan. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Leaves it with the running back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. He got it. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Looking for room at the 40. Sprinting away. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm finding more ways to get this guy the football. I feel like he is just a home run waiting to happen. We saw it in his last game when he had over 100 rushing yards. He's almost at the 100-yard mark now.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play, 3rd and goal coming. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Rebels!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Looking for room. It's Lacey. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air, it's Simmons. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's caught! Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense are hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wheeler. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep down.
There he goes.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Still running at the 40. It's a running room. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of and get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got it for the first down. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping up. And there. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that won the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Tatum. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Plucks it out of the air.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, shipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
And he's dragged down. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Rush is on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Never a doubt. Right down. That'll trim the deficit to 15. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm looking at
turning it on. Past the sticks and still on his feet. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Caught near the sticks. It's Odom. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Caught over the middle, it's Ray. On the move at the 30. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Odom. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Makes the grab. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. The give to the tailback. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught-Hemingway.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. He lofts one down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. His drive will open from the 15. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Tatum. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go to the ground. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, better look out. Got the 1st down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Gives it on the option. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Finds a tight end. They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Simmons. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. It's Lacy. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll try the run. Quick spin on the run. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Lee. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. He'll take it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd down.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Bradley. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking for room, it's Tatum. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. See if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Jordan. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Works the middle. The Sooners get enough to move the chains. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And Man, I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Unloads it left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll immediately call timeout.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Gets it out quickly.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Watkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Leaves it with the back. Thrust that arm out. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.